Hey, what's up you guys? It's Danny, and right now I want to share with you a little bit about my transformation story. If you're watching this video right now, then you had to click on my transformation photo. The two photos side by side were taken 4 years apart. And you can definitely see some physical transformation. You can see more definition in my shoulders and arms. It's hard to tell, but my legs have definitely changed and become more muscular as well. I've aged a little bit. That's normal. It happens, and I'm good with it. And I think that both photos look amazing. My photographer, he does an amazing job. And I met him, I believe, for the first time the day that we took that very first photo that you see in that transformation shot. I was really nervous that day. It was my first photo shoot. I really didn't know this person. I knew that he took very good photos, and that was about all I knew. I didn't know that I could have good photos because I had, like I said, no confidence. I was in a period in my life where I had just gone through divorce, and I was 2 years into my divorce, and it was super, super rocky. Just trying to communicate with each other because we have a child together. It just was a really rough patch for me and for him as well. I was not dealing with it well at all. So being extremely insecure and going through all of this for a couple years, I did a whole lot of drinking and drugging. I did it all. I drank, I did drugs, I partied, and that's how I dealt with it. That's how I dealt with it. So I showed up to this photo shoot inebriated, and you can tell in the picture my eyes are really big. That's because I took Adderall that day. I took Adderall so that I could have an excuse for why it would be okay to drink in the morning. If I took Adderall, well, then I could get through it and I could be okay throughout the day, right? Not healthy at all, you guys. Playing this little healthy lifestyle, but not really living it at all. Which goes to show that you can look healthy and not be healthy at all. Like mentally, emotionally, and physically, I was really not being healthy. I was not being good to my body, my mind, my spirit, my soul. I was doing harm to all of it. I'm blessed, and I've always had an attitude where once I hit that rock bottom, like I can't stand to be there for too long. And so I over the years, I have picked up the pieces, and I've been working on putting myself back together. Fitness has been a huge part of that. Being so involved with fitness has introduced me to so many people who have helped to lift me up, my photographer being one of them. I said earlier that I had no idea that he would be such a great friend. He is an amazing friend, and he's always trying to better himself. And so he has encouraged me, and I've watched him encourage others to better themselves or to look at things in a different way, to question things, to question our behaviors, to question our words that we're speaking out loud. Just amazing. And once I knew that I could have a friend like that, I wanted more friends like that. And so that's the type of person that I surround myself with these days. All of my friends really do want to be better every day. They really want to work on themselves. They really want to lift other people up. And that's an amazing part of my transformation, because my transformation also includes so many other people's transformations. Like my photographer, he wasn't sober that day. But yesterday when we took these new photos, because I wanted to see the 4-year transformation, because I still had the cute little onesie. I was like, I have the onesie. Like, let's do a transformation shot. At the beginning, it was going to be a physical thing, but when I shared with my photographer remember how I was, tossed that first shoot, and look at where we are now. Look how I'm not tossed. You're not high. Like, look at both of us. This is amazing. Emotionally, I feel better because I have put time and effort into loving myself, reading books, getting spiritual. For me, that's God. That's connecting with God. Working out, learning about food, because food has so much to do with our moods. Like, if you haven't researched food and depression, you got to get on it. So your fitness journey oftentimes starts out as this physical goal that you have because you want to look cute. Ooh, don't we want to look cute? Hell yeah, I want to look cute. Who doesn't? But now I look at it and I'm like, man, I have grown so much in so many ways that I never 4 years ago thought possible, because I wanted to die. I didn't want to be here. I didn't know how to be a mom or a sober mom. I didn't know how to start my business. I didn't know how to have any confidence. I knew how to fake it. Like I was really good at faking it. You know, when I was growing up, I always heard my dad say, "Fake it till you make it." You know, suck it up, buttercup. A lot of terms that I use still till this day. Those things have gotten me through some things. Or those sayings have gotten me through some things. So anyways, you also might notice in my pictures that I didn't have boobs, really. After I had my son, those went out the door quick. So I bought some because I was insecure. And if I was sexy enough, then I would be worthy enough. That was like my mentality back then. If I was sexy enough, I'd be worthy enough. I'd meet the man of my dreams, get married, and he'd help me raise my son, and we'd live happily ever after. No. Didn't happen. Boobs didn't get me a man, like the right man. It got me a lot of attention. They still do, and you know what? It's kind of annoying. Ladies, you think that's the kind of attention that you want 24/7? It's not that great. It didn't solve an insecurity. No breast augmentation. I can't talk today. Sorry. No breast augmentation. No Botox. No wrinkle cream. No amount of fitness can take away the insecurities that begin within us. Inside. They're internal. And they started from when we were really, really little. Everything about our childhood and our past is involved and enwrapped in our insecurities. So we have to deal with them inside. We can't just go buy all the creams and all the silicone and think that that's going to make how we feel inside any better, because it's not. You have to work on that. You have to be with people that lift you up. You have to stay active to keep your endorphins and blood flow going. You have to eat right, because eating right has everything to do with how your body feels and how your mind feels and thinks. Your transformation in the gym transforms so much more than your muscles and your flexibility. And all of those things are awesome, and I do it because I absolutely love it. I love the results. I get high off of it. It's the best high. It's better than any drug I've ever taken, because I actually still feel really good. My point in all of this is that when you fall down and you hit the floor, you have to pick yourself back up. No one can do it for you. Yes, you can surround yourself with a ton of wonderful and amazing, uplifting people, and I really think that you should, because that is part of what helps, but they can't do it for you. At the end of the day, no one can stop you from drinking, drugging, or self-sabotage in whatever other forms that you're self-sabotaging. It is up to you, but you've got this. You take it one day at a time. You focus on having a positive mindset. You practice the hell out of thinking positively. Because if you continue on with a negative mindset, doubting yourself, and having zero faith, it's going to be really hard. And your transformation might flip-flop. It might get worse instead of better. So, I hope that whoever you are watching this, if you are struggling, if you're in a deep, dark place, that you can find the motivation and determination to pick yourself up off that floor and keep running forward. Because you deserve it. And you will inspire so many other people when they see you overcome all of your life's hurdles.